Yo, I know I'm hella late on this, but who else knew that this nigga was Andre Bishop? Can you believe that? The monitor from Arrow and Flash is Andre Bishop from Fight Night Champion. That's crazy, bruh. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Luvseat, shouted. Luvseat, shouted. Back in the building, man, with another Devlog today. We got a lot of progress done, bro. Took me a while, but we got it done. This may not be a long video because we made a few milestones that took forever to meet, but guess what? We almost there. We just got a few more things to work out. Make sure you watch to the end. I'm gonna be giving out a PSN card at random, and I'm not telling you when I'm putting it in the video, but the first person who gets it wins. So I finally got the left stick movement working. Took me a while, but I got it. As you can see here, I got a few kinks to work out. The boy's sliding around the ring real good, but the only problem is he's snapping in between animations. I tried to implement a blend tree to blend all of his walking animations together on the left stick, but he's snapping in between animations. I gotta figure out how to smooth these animations out because I got them kind of snapping to each animation, and I know that's a problem with my coding. So I gotta do a little bit more research on how to use blend trees because I still don't quite understand how to do it. If you ask me how to do it without referencing the video, I wouldn't be able to do it, so we definitely gotta study up more on that. We finally got the punch aim system on deck. As you can see, both of these guys have a transparent square that's hovering above them. That's the imaginary punch target, for lack of a better term. So by default, I've placed it on the head, so all the punches go to the head. Now if you press the punch modifier, it switches it down to the body. We got a good system going there, but I definitely got more work to do on it too because there's a lot of bugs in it. For example, the punch target can be redirected mid-punch, meaning if I start a body punch and let go of the modifier, it'll go right to the head before the punch animation ends. So we definitely got to find a way to lock the target until the punch is over. The biggest problem that I'm having with this hand-eye case system is that his hand activates when I press the button instead of activating when the punch starts. Let's say I'm doing a right hook and then I start a left hook in the middle of it. Midway through that right hook, the left hand is already reaching for the head before the left hook animation even starts. So I gotta figure out how to make my aim system activate only when the punch is thrown. One of the things that I'm most proud of is the upgrades that I made to my damage animations. I did a little bit of research on using animation layers to blend certain animations without influencing other parts of the body that I don't want moving during that animation. This really came in handy because I didn't like how I implemented the damage system in the beginning, because anytime a guy got hit, his whole body turned and it took him out of his idle animation. So I went into my animator and I created a layer specifically for damage animations, and they only control the torso and the head. So even when you get hit, you're still in your idle stance and your hands are still up, and it smoothly transitions back into punches, so that way you can punch after you get hit. I even added another animation that triggers when your health is real low, so that way you know that you just got hurt and you probably about to get knocked out real soon and you might want to change some things up. Of course, there's a few more tweaks that I gotta make to that, but we on top of that. I also found out how to implement camera shakes every time a punch lands. That way we can add a little bit of drama to the scene, make it seem like the punch landed real hard, even though it really didn't. Last thing before I go, I'm actually in the beginning stages of implementing a blocking system. In the blocking system, I use the same arcade that I used in my punch aim system. So as you see, I have this square right here that aims for the other player. But when I press the block modifier, it aims for his head. Now he's guarding his head. The idea that I have in the works right now is that you'll take damage even when you're blocking. You'll just take less damage. My thought process behind this decision was based on real boxing matches. When you look at a guy blocking a punch with his gloves, yes, he's blocking the punch and the punch didn't land clean, but the punch still landed. That shockwave is gonna go through the gloves and still hit him in the head a little bit. He's still gonna feel that punch. So the way I see it, he's still taking a little bit of damage. He's just not taking as much damage as if the punch landed cleanly. It takes me back to when me and my homeboys used to get together on the regular and play Tekken together, and we used to always put on the chip damage. Basically what I just explained in the boxing match. You can block the punch, but you still gonna take a little bit of damage because you still felt that shock wave. That way, if you have just a little bit of health left, you can't just cover up and protect that little bit of health. You actually gotta fight your way out of that and not get hit. With that being said, my end goal for this blocking system is to actually add a timer to it. Think about the block system in Super Smash Bros. When you first start blocking, your shield is at its most effective. The longer you hold that shield, the less effective it gets. And if somebody hits you at the lowest point of it, you get stunned. I kind of like that blocking system, and I think y'all will like it too. It's gonna keep people from being able to just sit there and cover up if they losing real bad. That way you can just hurry up and get them out of there, man, because if you're anything like me and how I play 2K, I don't like games to last forever, man. I'm trying to hurry up and get you out of there so I can get to the next game. Same with this, man. We trying to get them out of there quick so you can get to the next fight. And I still have to figure out how to implement head damage and body damage. I'm still having trouble with that right now because all of my damage is being detected by one collider. And I don't know how to implement 2 colliders for 2 different things. I also want to add a stamina system. I think I'm going to do that last because I think that's going to be one of the more complicated parts. And I need to add a health bar too, which that's really going to be easy. I already seen a video on how to do that, and I think it's something that I can implement in literally 30 minutes. I think the biggest challenge that I have in the defense system is adding this leaning system. I've already started implementing that, and I think I'm in a good spot right now. I just got a lot to work on because I can't get him to stop moving when I press the lean modifier. And I'm having to kind of nigger rig some leaning animations in the first place, so it's really not the crispiest looking thing in the world. But we gonna figure it out, man. I'm determined. Do you realize how close I am to having something testable, bruh? You got me bent if you think I'm about to give up now. But anyway, that's it for the video, man. I hope y'all boys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you're new, let me know down in the comment section who got that PSN card, man. If y'all like me doing these kind of random giveaways, I'll definitely do them more often, man. Let me get 10 likes and I'll give away an Xbox card next video, man. But anyway, bro, I'll holler at y'all boys later.
Couple bands make me dip off in the socket. Ain't fucking chopper, I'ma hit him with a rocket. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Senorita, help me come up on the profit. But the devils and the demons try to stop it. And you can hate me, but you loving how I rock it, yeah. Do this nigga, no. Yeah, like you sliding the nigga, say you can go.